Okay, now, I'm just going to take the reciprocal of the f of x function. Now, you could construct the reciprocal from the graph if you knew how, but we haven't talked about that. I'd like to, not sure we're going to be able to. You have numerator 0 at x equals -1. Denominator 0 at -3 and -4. Well, when the denominator is 0, that's -4. We have an asymptote when the numerator is 0. When the denominator is 0, we have an asymptote. We have two of them, right? And I just explained to you why you get an asymptote, but you want to think about that because it probably hasn't totally sunk in right now, okay? Some of it probably. I don't see a whole lot of light bulbs going off, but there's some that I think probably have, okay? And we have a 0 at -1.
Yes, Mondays and Wednesdays.
We have a 0 here, we have vertical asymptotes. The signs are the same as before. We have negative, 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 so negative. We have, in the order they appear, negative, negative, positive, so positive on this interval. And then we have positive, negative, positive, so negative. And we have positive, 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 so positive over here. So now we draw the graph. I'll take a second, because that's about all we got, and see if you can visualize what that graph's going to look like. And this one's actually a little bit tricky. It's going to do something that you haven't seen it do before. Okay, well, we're out of time and I want to let you all go. So I'm going to tell you, it's negative over here, right? It's got to approach this thing as an asymptote. Well, that means pretty much it's got to come up like this and then do this. It's the only way it can start with a big negative here. But maybe it isn't a big negative. Maybe it's actually like this. It could do either. It could do something in between too. It's going to do one of these two things, and which one it does, we can't reason out today, okay? Because we just don't have time to spend a lot of time doing the other thing. Okay, now, here we have a 0. We got to go through this point. We're positive here, and this has got to be an asymptote, right? So it's got to come down from up here and go through here. We have an asymptote over here where it's negative, so then it's got to go down here. Well, it's pretty easy to do that. We just draw this, and we draw this, okay? And then over here, it's got to be positive, and it's got to approach this as an asymptote, which means it's got to either do something like this or something like this. Now, you can probably figure out, if you just think about the numbers, which one it does. But those are the two possibilities, okay? Does it halfway make sense? Okay. I'll try to give you a homework assignment that draws out the rest of the sense. If you understand everything we've done here, you should be okay. But you might make a few mistakes that we'll clean up next time. And we'll also clean up, which one of these it is.